Hello, friends and folks, and welcome back to another Scanline Media podcast, and this time also a video where we're here to remember the number one rule of Mahjong. You have to talk about it. I'm Six Detmar. I've lost my enthusiasm for the bit.
I'm Kyrie Page, and we're here. We're at a table, but we brought some friends.
I'm fun, I guess.
We need to figure out a protocol. We always kind of either awkwardly introduce guests or just totally leave them to figure things out for themselves. There has to be a middle ground. There has to be a better way.
There has to be a better way.
One of these days. I'm Fen. I'm here on loan from Fate Moon Archive and associated podcasts.
We kind of hit you with a grapple hook, brought you in, you know.
Yes. I usually come up with some silly intro for guests. Friend of the pod, Marin, has many titles, including the once and future guest and the Tensai Bishoujo Catgirl of the pod.
That's pretty good.
And so, I am not used to being thrown in, but as they say, when in Rome, play Mahjong.
That's right.
And also joining us, my favorite Roman. I said Ronin. Damn it! Neither works, but
when Kat just shows up like with a sword,
I know. Okay, we're not going to talk about my winning a sword fighting tournament in high school, but that
not right
Wait,
now.
What?
We will talk about it, just not right now.
We'll talk about it, just not right now. Yeah.
Anyway,
that's incredibly cool.
I'm everyone's favorite Mahjong tile, the flannel tile. I'm FlannelKat. That's a flower tile joke for people. Also, Fen, this will come up because there's a thing about naming the whole program that the girl's running in the movie. You could have just had Ron with Fen, and that's your Mahjong program.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I like it because it's Ron with your friends, but it's Ron with Fen.
Ron with Fen. You know what? Hey, we'll get a loan. We'll open up a business. We'll get it done because ostensibly here, folks, this is gonna be more of a casual thing. We are here to talk about a movie. So I guess this is like slight revival of Iris and audio in a roundabout way. Six at one point caught wind of someone I think it was, who was it in the Discord that was like, hey, there's a Mahjong.
It was actually a private message, so I'm not going to out them here. But because they didn't know what they were signing people up for, they were just like, hey, this is a dumb thing that exists, haha. And I was like, yes, it is.
It is. I believe the title of the film, I've already forgotten it because I closed the page.
All is fair in love and Mahjong.
Thank you. I'm spoiled by that 2-monitor life, and my current setup only has 1 monitor, and I'm like, oh no, it's impossible for me to ever look up information. Married with Mahjong. Nope, not that.
Nope, not that. They're not married by the end of the movie. They have, in fact, I guess.
It's been 2 weeks.
Oh, sure.
I mean, sometimes life goes hit you pretty fast.
Not lesbians.
Uh-huh.
There's a point where someone assumes the gender of an X, and they are not corrected about the possibility space.
Right.
Anyway, let's play some Mahjong and talk about this movie.
Let's do it.
Sounds great. Mahjong Soul, real quick, does not like me. I expect it with no hands. I'm a riichi city girl, so this is. We'll see how Soul goes.
You moved to Riichi City, huh?
Oh yeah, no, that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
I prepared for anyone watching the video version to give me lots of shit for all my horny loading screens.
I mean, listen, there's a lot of them in this game, but anyway.
There really are.
The premise of the movie is there is a recently divorced lady who she is she divorced a number of months ago, and they need to sell the house. And she's like a Mahjong nut. That's kind of her thing. She brings her friends over. I have not prepped a summary, but trust me, it's a Hallmark romance movie. You're kind of gonna understand it very quickly. She's like, oh, I don't know what to do with my life or whatever. And then, through a series of, not even wacky hijinks, but just stuff sort of happening. Ronnie, our like school nurse who gets like demoted to part-time at the school, is now like, maybe I can start a Mahjong like service. I can start a, you know, like a consultation service because she loves this game and she uses it to teach herself life lessons. And she meets a very tall, handsome man, and they, you know, start falling in love, and that's kind of the movie, you know.
Yeah.
Can we call out immediately just the name Ronnie? Like they went with a term, did not capitalize on it, but her name sure was Ronnie.
Her name sure was Ronnie, and they missed out on a couple of things they could have done.
Well, I think they very purposely named people after the wind tiles, because there's what is it, North something? I've got so many unorganized notes right now.
You're good. It's like the name of, so like Paul Handsome, like the handsome guy.
Paul Handsome is a good name. Thank you for that one.
Paul Handsome kind of describes like the ideal like Hallmark movie protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just kind of a nice guy, but yeah, it's like North Point, I think.
Like, True North, and Blue Sky West was the other one.
Right, and eventually she tries to get a loan from like, let me see, like at the end of the movie, Ronnie is like trying to get a loan. Like I wrote this down, like North Fall Trust as well. So like directions, winds, no mentions of dragons or anything. But like, yeah, it's like the movie is nominally it's using Mahjong ends up in the movie. I just feel like it doesn't use it all that much. But I don't know. What do y'all think?
I think it did not capitalize on being a movie about Mahjong. Many of the scenes was getting a group together to play Mahjong, and then the next scene would be after they played Mahjong.
It's true.
Right.
Yes. I also just don't... Okay, maybe this is me. I don't understand teaching Mahjong the way she does. Which seems to be, here are the rules of the game.
And then I'm going to lean over and tell you this is exactly what you should do with your hand. Which, granted, with like movie stuff, you kind of have to zoom past some of these things, right?
Yeah.
But
it's just like the group setting of these is kind of baffling to me.
Yeah, getting aside, like we never see like the start of her teaching games, because you would have to tell people how to like build the wall to 3 different tables at once and those 12 people at once. But then there's also the part where she's just walking around and she's like, oh, and we'll just lean over and grab your tiles and do something, and it's like, that's not teaching. That's backseat driving.
They just rearrange them, and everyone looks so upset in every shot that she does that.
Right.
Well, okay. I would be too if I was like, hey, I had a good thing going. I had my hand.
Oh no, you don't. No, you had a bad thing. Here, let me fix it for you.
Yeah, you did it, and I'm gonna deliver my monologue on a life lesson, motherfucker.
Thank God.
We talk about how
trash.
Rearranging your tiles is like moving in, or what was it? Commitment.
Yeah,
sure.
Only ever, I mean, you know, I get, yes, a Hallmark movie, but only ever relationship metaphors, and only ever, like, increasingly, like, uncomfortable. Like, she always makes them a little too detailed and a little too personal in a way that I'd be like, hey, are you okay?
Lady, are you alright? Like, I know you're going through a lot, but, you know.
I mean, like, you're like the school nurse and you're teaching Mahjong, you're like, are you doing okay? Also, like, can we just ruminate on a second? This is unrelated to Mahjong, but, like
the movie.
They made the school nurse part-time? Like, what happens if a kid gets injured any other time that she's not there?
That's, like, psychotic, because, like, my mother was, like, a career school nurse. You would never do that part-time. The whole point of having a nurse at the school is that you have them, like, maybe, I mean, I don't know. It's like, they just say they move her to part-time. That's not like...
This is maybe just my experience, but I went to a school with a part-time nurse in that she was there like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.
And also,
but not there on the other days.
Also, it's 2026. Listen, you guys are so old, right? If there's a problem, if someone gets hurt and they're not there, you just have the teacher use Claude to tell them how to treat the kid.
Oh, you know,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right.
They just go to DIY Amy or whatever her name was.
DIY.
DIY Annie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also like so. Oh man,
Don't run me.
Sorry.
no.
Don't worry, it's worth nothing.
Actually, no, I'll take that wrong. Actually, that's fine.
That's fine. Well, it's like okay, so part-time, whatever. It's like you could also do a thing where I don't know, a different nurse shows up, but I don't know. You see, the scene in which she gets demoted to like part-time or whatever is super fucking distracting to me because the audio in this movie is absurd. The first line from like I presumably like the principal of the school or maybe just like one of the administrative staff, right? She like leans her head into the nurse's office to tell Ronnie, oh, we we're gonna like we need someone to teach, our poker guy, for the school fundraiser. He had an emergency. We need you to fill in. But like her first line is so severely ADR'd, or at the very least, like they just had a terrible audio take and they had to like work with what they got. It's a lot of echoey audio in this movie.
Yeah. Also,
yes,
like subtitles that did not do anyone any favors. Like we all
The
watched this on Hallmark
subtitles?
Plus and just
The subtitle placement is some of the craziest I've ever seen.
It's incredible. I normally try to watch movies with subtitles. Granted, the dialogue in this movie is very straightforward. Like, Hallmark's like whole business model is like, very simple, easy to digest movies. We're not going to be dealing with any challenging bits of dialogue here,
Mm-hmm.
so they made the text in all white, no outline, and put it in the corner of the screen. And I don't mean like, in a good nice spot. I mean like 7-point font in the bottom right corner of the screen.
Oh, you had it in the bottom corner. I had it in the top right. Like,
Okay,
I
it was wandering for me.
Like it was like a fan subgroup trying to be fancy, just trying to be like, oh, we're gonna like really play with this like the possibility space here,
Yes, I believe that it could totally just be Waterfox not being the whatever they built their player for, but it sure did just kind of like sometimes it was towards the middle of the screen, sometimes it was kind of bottom right corner.
Right.
It just jumped around a lot.
It was like, have you not seen movies before? Is this your first time putting subtitles on a screen?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird because like the Hallmark, television channel, you would think their subtitles would be on point, but capitalism erodes everything, including fucking subtitling.
I mean, you would think that Crunchyroll, the service based around the idea of serving something out of their native language, would have good subtitles. That is not the case.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
High Dive, though. They could do all right. But, Green Dragon, they're playing American Mahjong in the fucking movie.
Yeah, I guess we should talk about American Mahjong and what that means. Flower tiles. Sorry, I said Ron tiles because I got wronged again. Sorry. Flower tiles.
Crazy. But yeah, it's like, oh, flower tiles, and there's like a moment of like Ronnie trying to be very, very specific about like when you can use Joker tiles or whatever, like in the film.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I know nothing about like American Mahjong, and apparently like I guess American Mahjong has like rules that change like every year.
Yeah.
Yes, I as far as I understand, that's like the organization that there is an organization because of course there is because it's America. Right. Somebody has to profit off of a fun game. And yes, they put out like new hands that you can play at the beginning of every year.
Do they cycle old ones out?
Wild to me.
They do so. One of the hands you can play on any given year is using the Mon tiles, spelling out the current year.
Oh my god!
Huh.
Oh,
and also, Oh, go ahead, because I'm just going to bring up the Charleston and no one.
Yeah, no. That's I want to talk about the Charleston. It's
please do.
Oh my God.
What is the Charleston? You have like
I know it, but Kat sounds. I'm yielding to the voice of authority here.
I need to look up the specific rules again because I'm not going to be able to name the Charleston correctly. But the very first time, go ahead.
You do this in Hearts. It's
it is. You select when you get your starting draw. You select, I think it's 3 tiles, and then pass them to. I forget if it's the left or right, but like you pass them to the next person. So at the start, everyone cycles and picks a part of their hand to trade away. That is the Charleston because it's like a little dance.
It is any 3 tiles may be passed with the exception of jokers, and there's the first Charleston (parentheses compulsory). So you have to Charleston this. 3 passes. 1 to the right, 1 across to the left, and the Charleston may be stopped only after the first left. Courtesy pass still applies. Second Charleston, optional. 3 passes, left across and right. Blind pass 1, 2, or 3 tiles permitted on the first left and or last right.
Yeah, no wonder that book club in the movie got annoyed. Well, like, one, Ronnie's kind of a bad teacher at first, which is the point of the movie. The movie is trying to be like, oh, she's jumping into this venture that she knows very little about, but very... how much of like white woman America just be like, oh, I'm gonna pay you to do this thing because I'm nominally gonna treat you as an expert, right? Even though you've floundered literally every step, even prior to this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. Like, here's the thing. Originally in our like group chat, I was trying to figure out where the movie being filmed in Canada wasn't exactly what I was looking for because all these movies are filmed in Canada for like tax reasons and like specifically, actually they show an address during the movie that I looked up. It's like in Vancouver.
Okay, yeah. The thing is, I watched it with a Canadian friend of the pod, Marin, and she, upon hearing the name True North Construction, was like, "So this is Canadian, right?" And I was like, "I don't think it's they're too American for it to actually be Canada, but it is like weirdly conspicious."
I mean, it's there's a key moment where it's like, "Oh my God, this is the best casserole I've ever had." And I'm like, "This has to be the Midwest."
Also, like the dude has French fries and. She's just like, I can make a better casserole than your French fries. Okay, congrats, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
It's just not a moment to brag about.
Right.
Well, okay, it did look like a good poutine. So, maybe.
Oh, you think the casserole was just poutine?
No, sorry. The French fries look like a good poutine.
Okay.
So that's that is slightly more competition than just like normal fries.
Whatever. I didn't stop and stare, but the casserole itself did appear to be a mix of yellow and gray goop.
Yes.
That's the Midwest.
It looked like mashed potatoes, and that was it.
It's a Midwest ratatouille or fucking whatever.
Yeah,
also, if y'all don't know American Mahjong very well, did you catch on that you have to shout Mahjong when you have a winning hand?
Did figure that one out.
I did see that.
I figured that
looking up the rules real quick.
The movie does not care to explain the rules, like, nor do I necessarily want it to explain it because I feel like they'd explain it badly. But, like, you need to have at least a passing familiarity with the game. Like, I guess. But it doesn't matter in the movie. Like, ultimately, this could have just been, like, a bridge club. Or
this movie could have been an email.
Yeah.
And, like, it almost has promise, because the very first thing they talk about is the concept of shanten. And never call it shanten. They just say, the amount of tiles you need to form a winning hand. And I'm like, all right. And then they start going into letting go of 5s and 9s as a metaphor for commitment. And I'm like, all right, you're done. I'm out.
Like, yeah, but like you underusing Mahjong as like the central metaphor of the movie, because like Ronnie's big problem in the movie is, in my estimation, is she is not willing to let go of like house because like she's still hung up on the divorce. And it feels like, to me, the obvious metaphor, if you're going to use Mahjong as part of the romance movie thing, and the idea that you're cycling tiles out and cycling out your hand, like, they try to, like, imply that, but, like, her life largely is like, by the end of the movie, it's just, she has the same house and she has a new boyfriend, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like... Go ahead.
No, sorry. You finish your thought.
I feel as if, like, the obvious metaphor to me is that, I don't know, like, have a bit of genuine moment of tension at the end of the movie where it's like, just have her lose the house, but she finds, like, she moves in with, like, Ben Handsome or whatever, right? And it's just like, oh, I am cycling out the things that were holding me back, right? And then at the end of the movie, they did the big romantic gesture of, like, here is the part of the wall that I present to you that you get to hold on to this memory, but we're going to cycle out the old, bring in the new. That's how you make a winning hand. But, like, they don't do that.
No, I made a very large all caps note in my notes about this. But first off, you brought up the piece of the wall. The whole thing is like he's helping renovate the house to sell it, and he secretly takes a piece of the wall and gives it to her at the end of the movie. He knew her for 2 days when he broke the wall and took it. Like,
yeah.
Dude.
Also, how did she not notice? Like, it's not like the wallpaper. He broke the wall.
He broke the wall, and they repainted it and resanded it. You don't get the moment of the guy being like Akagi, being like, "I'm going to invest in this relationship. I'm going to intentionally lose these 8,000 points."
Okay. Yes, this is the fundamental thing for me is that Mahjong is actually a terrible metaphor for what the movie is trying to say, because like a full half or 2/3 or 3/4 of your Mahjong hands are just trying not to lose. It's bad to always go for it.
There is a compelling metaphor in there. Like, if we are doing a romance movie and using Mahjong as the central metaphor, you're right. It's like there's plenty of times like a hand, like the hand I'm working with right now is kind of like butt ass. So it's just sort of like I'm just on the defensive. I'm trying to find the opportunities, right? But the game isn't used as like a compelling central metaphor. And it's just like they don't even go for the obvious stuff, right? Because like there's a line like near the end of the movie when right before Ronnie and Ben like kiss for the first time and only time in the movie, I think. But like she has this line of like, oh, I wrote it, especially when I have a really special hand. Why don't you cut to a shot of them holding hands? Like it's like, come on, guys. It's like it's such an easy shot, right? And I get it. Hallmark has like they've chosen this business model of like, oh, we need to pump out like 40 of these movies in a year or whatever. But it just feels like such an easy setup.
Yeah. I did make a comment that like her big thing was like the best way to play Mahjong is to throw caution to the wind, and I'm like, that is not.
That's not true. That's a bad way to. I mean, maybe it's a good way to play American Mahjong because it sucks. But
I wrote, "You must deal in as a full-time job" in all capital letters in my notes.
Which is kind of what she does because like she just makes bad decisions.
Well, okay, she does that, except that she makes bad decisions that end up paying off. So
right. She falls ass backwards into like this whole like teaching Mahjong gig. The other part of the reason why I was like looking up where the movie is nominally set, I have determined that I think the movie is supposed to be set in Michigan because you see a lot of lakes, and also a mention of like a renovated Chinatown. Believe it or not, I believe in the past couple of years.
Okay, did any of go?
Yeah. Kat. Well, here's the thing. There was like news stories of like Michigan very specifically renovating Chinatown within the past couple of years, and I just thought it's like when they're walking through the like Chinese cultural like exhibit or display or whatever, I see in the background these extras of like older Chinese people. I'm like, they would probably be better Mahjong teachers than this lady. Like, I'm just saying.
It's true.
When they would talk about like, variants of Mahjong, like American Mahjong and Japanese Mahjong, I just like say riichi. Just say riichi
Right?
Mahjong, please. Like, come on now. Say a Mahjong term. They don't say. They don't say. Well, I mean, like American Mahjong doesn't have Palm, Chi, or Con. It's
like
got
cracks,
spams, and dots, and the calls are They use the Hong. They use the Hong Kong ones. So like Hong.
Sure.
Chow.
Hong, Chow.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Kong. Yeah.
Like, I'm not. Here's the thing. Like, I would not be opposed to learning like the Chinese variants of Mahjong, because right now we're playing riichi, which is like probably the most decently well known nowadays, because a bunch of gotcha games, and then also any of the RGG studio games have this as a mode. And since those games are set in Japan, they're playing riichi Mahjong. But American Mahjong, every time I look at it, it's like these seem like terrible rules that makes for just a bad game to play.
This is the other thing, right? I kind of agree with the idea that I wish they'd spent more time, playing Mahjong. On the other hand, every time I saw their stupid, discard mound, it, grossed me out.
Right. Chinese Mahjong is similar, where it's all their discards are just kind of in the middle of the table, but
just throw it in the center.
Yeah.
But Chinese Mahjong's a more fast-paced, quick and dirty game, whereas American Mahjong is about making your precious hand that spells out the date of the start of the American Civil War. And
or news.
Fuck off!
It's so bad, dude.
Sorry, also, you don't make calls in American Mahjong. You don't say Pung Kong. It's Pung Kong Quint Sextet. But you don't say it. The official rules say players must verbalize their call, alerting other players a claim is being made. The caller may say, call, take, I want that, etc. I want that.
That's so dumb. It just every time. Also, honestly, I don't think any of the Chinese variants use Joker tiles. That feels exclusively an American.
Yeah, if your game has jokers, it's for fucking casuals.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And yeah, I do think that is a purely American thing.
Right. It's just there was a moment though in this movie, speaking of video games earlier, there's a moment in which Robbie has to teach Mahjong to the kids, and I nearly lost my damn.
It's pre-firing for a victory royale.
Which is,
oh my god.
Here's the thing, I while I was watching the movie earlier and I heard that, I was I had my headphones on. Jen was also in the office, and I was I rolled it back a little. It's Jennifer, you need to listen to this. It's out of context, it's actually kind of funny, but nowhere near intentional, right? A funny movie would recognize this as her being extremely cringe in front of these kids, right?
But it's okay. She's cool. She speaks the lingo.
Yeah, victory royales and video games.
Yeah.
Again, I just thought it's one of these kids at this table had to have played an RGG game in the past decade.
Yeah.
No one at the Hallmark Studios knows about it. That's the thing. It's the way in which the movie talks about some stuff, video games, or the apps, because dating is a big concern in the film.
Yeah, dating, but specifically not using dating apps. That's a bad way to go.
And they brainwashed you. That's the thing. We should
that'll
sue.
taint your soul.
Yeah.
Which on top of that, they mentioned the apps. They licensed one song for this movie? Because I noticed. Yes. Do y'all know the college that the daughter went to? Do you know the name of that college?
No.
Wait, it's
the Technical Institute.
Yes,
all they the M on that was too expensive. Just the Technical Institute.
Well, or it's RIT or some other technical institute.
They couldn't get RIT. They just went with the Technical Institute. And I'm all right, that's too rich. Right. Just don't want to do it. All right.
Well, you have to remember, what is the target audience of Hallmark romance movies. Like, what is like, who are these movies supposed to be for? Old boomers.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically, it was created for boomers and has sort of aged with them, which is one of the things that's kind of interesting is, like, the actors for our leads are, I haven't watched a Hallmark movie in a long time, and I was like, these actors are significantly, visibly older than they were, but they still make them, like, put on a really young affectations?
Yeah. Because you have, what's her name? Tamara Mowry Housley, who I grew up watching her on Sister Sister, like on the Disney Channel. Like, she and her twin sister were like the main characters of that TV show. But, like, in credit to her, she looks great. But the way in which they, like, write her dialogue is that of, like, she's like late 20s, like mid 30s is the way in which she's like performing this dialogue. But, all the women at like the Mahjong table at the beginning of the movie are clear, like on some level, they are all mothers, right? But the movie also seems to be like they are young mothers because, like, the, Ronnie, she is like, her daughter is the one daughter that they have. She's finally going to college. So, they've been married for like a while, right? Damn near 20 years. But even then, it's like that would at most put her at like, with kind of how the movie puts it, like maybe mid 40s, like early 40s. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's odd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She came across as like mid 30s, and what I really caught on to is like, everyone in this movie has the emotional maturity when it comes to dating of like a teenager. Just like, you're old, just kiss. It's fine. You can do that. It's allowed.
Okay. Yeah.
It really feels like they're like if we have them kiss before the end of the movie, our audience is gonna think she's a slut. It really feels like that.
Oh, they're definitely going for like the chaste, like, ideal Victorian romance of like, the movie spells this out at a certain point where it's like, it's like, I don't believe in the dating apps. I believe things should happen organically. Like, that is like, those are lines from these characters' mouths, right? And it's like, it's like, honestly, it's, no disrespect, like, to dating apps or fucking whatever. I met some like great friends like through that process. But like, if you are a, boomer, watching Hallmark or whatever, and you think that what the young people are getting up to is scary, you want to have your values reaffirmed to you of this like extremely chaste, like, romance of like Ben Handsome is just sort of like, he's just like a really nice guy, and the references to like explicitly the love language book was also like taught me, like, that fucking winded me. It's like the inherent concept of like a love language isn't.
I needed the 2 of dots for a San Shokodojin.
Ooh.
Oh.
I could have rolled on the 5, but I just like, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I have not been doing great this game. High race between Fed and 6 though.
I have been getting incredibly lucky.
I mean, that's what Mahjong is.
Yes.
Mahjong is a game in which you can play perfectly and still lose.
It's 50% skill and 80% luck, according to the movie.
What is that? Don't math though.
But that's Maj math. She says it's a thing.
That's what happens when you get your Mahjong.
Man,
I hate the Mahjong puns in this movie so
it's
much.
really bad. Also, the way in which like Mahjong is treated as this like, it is somehow like in the framework of the movie, it is this very like, not many people know about it. And to a certain degree, this is like, there's a bit of like a slight edge of truth in there, because like, I go to anime conventions and I'll bring out like the Mahjong set, and it'll get people to like show up and be like, oh, what is this game? But nowadays it's more like, hey, can you teach me how to play this game? Like, people recognize Mahjong tiles. Like, the red dragon is a damn like emoji on like iPhones nowadays. People kind of know at least about the existence of this game. Like Crazy Rich Asians was like one of the most popular movies like a couple of years ago, and Mahjong is central to that plot. You know,
I nearly got a red dragon tile tattoo at one point.
wow.
I might still. We'll find out.
That'd be all right. I feel like of the Mahjong tiles to get like a tattoo of, like Red Dragon is like up there.
Yeah.
I like 3 of bamboo. I don't know why.
It's a good ass tile. There is one bit of Mahjong in the movie in which it's like it felt like accurate to my experience of teaching people. You have that lady in the background going like, what's the bird? What's
that one is. Yeah.
That's just genuinely every time I teach Mahjong at like cons or whatever, without fail, I get the question, what's the bird for? or you know, the other classic is like the white dragon is like, is this a bonus tile? Like that makes a certain amount of sense how people do it, right?
Yeah. And the white dragon is a Joker tile in American Mahjong.
What? Of course, why not?
Sure.
American Mahjong is a lawless land.
It's a lawless land.
Yeah. I don't know. It's I feel like, honestly, one of my biggest things coming away from the movie that I think they didn't want me to come away with was I was like,
Yeah.
how's the ex doing? He seemed like firm but nice. He seemed like okay.
Yeah.
He seemed
We
like
had no resolution with him.
he drew a boundary. Like he was like, okay, we're divorcing. I want to sell the house, and she's like, I want it for 5 more years to raise our kid, and he said yes to that, which is wild.
Yeah, and go ahead.
No.
Okay, well, he never like forces her out. It's just like, look, I have a timeline I want to hit. We agreed to do this, and he's never rude about it. He's just like, look, you can, if you want to do this, do it. But if you don't do it in this timeline, that is an extremely normal and reasonable timeline, then it's not going to happen. And I feel like they should have had a shot of him like being happy for her at the end or something, like because they just kind of end the movie with no resolution.
Well, the ending of the movie happens so fast in the last 10 minutes. We get the big conflict, and then go ahead.
I had to check how long was left. Because
So
I'm like,
fast.
why are we introducing another conflict now? I have to record in 15 minutes. The movie cannot be that much longer, right?
God, the stuff with Ben's brother, just like, this is a subplot that I forgot about every time they brought it up.
Okay.
Well, it's
the stuff
because
with Ben's blood. Oh,
Go ahead, please. They only bring it up twice, though.
yes. The stuff with Ben's brother is annoying to me specifically because I cannot stand family reconciliation stories that just like paper over any difficulties that were had in search of like the beautiful, wonderful family.
Right.
Thank you, Kyrie. I'm so sorry I'm picking on you tonight.
You're fine, Ben. It's fine. We haven't played Mahjong in a long time. I'm feeding. Chatchi's feeding. I really have been. Holy, my points are rough at the moment, but the big comeback starts here naturally. But yeah, it's like, you be nominally like white Christian boomer like family values stuff at like the center of like Hallmark movies is like it rears its ugly head right at the end.
Yeah.
Yes, which is I'm not sorry now. Trying to talk and play mahjong and like think about hands at the same time is more than my
That's what you get for thinking. Nothing but trouble.
is capable of.
Like you have a problem with like the family, like the whole like notion of like, oh, the family just gets back together, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's like the whole like subplot there is barely counts as a subplot because like right at the beginning there's like a blink and you'll miss it moment of like handsome guy being like, oh yeah, that's my brother. He's working so hard. It didn't have time for mom and dad. Who dad is more implied to like dad is implied to have died recently, and mom is in a retirement home. But I don't know. Mom's doing fine. Like her main concern is getting her recently divorced son to start dating it. Right? Like there's like a lot of mishmash. There's this like mishmash of like different like little bits of elements that you would see in like kind of a bog standard romance movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
That like it was frustrating to me because it's like I am not opposed to like a bog standard very classic like setup for a movie, but like this movie had so many like little things that like gestured towards like broader concepts. It just doesn't go there.
You know what I wanted a movie about?
What?
Gary and Shelley. They seemed like the more interesting couple.
Oh, who were they in the movie?
It was
so Ben's friend that he brings out when he ruins ladies' night.
Oh, the hot Asian guy?
Yeah. And like he meets the girl Shelley, her friend, and they just kind of like get along and have mature conversations and start dating without any of the will they won't they. And like I'm into that. Like let's go. I want to hear about Gary and Shelley. Like they meet and get together sooner than the whole movie happens.
Yeah, it's really just like, no, okay, we're interested in each other. All right.
They make a joke about like, oh yeah, the apps, like you have to sell yourself like but the thing is, like, you instantly get the vibe of those two being like, they've been trying to use like Tinder or Hinge or fucking whatever to like try and find someone, and it's like, oh yeah, they make this point of like, oh, it makes you sound like you're a salesperson or like you're going for an interview rather than wanting to be like, trying to be an actual human being. It's like that's like kind of a real thing that happens with this stuff. Where it's like, oh yeah, I have to list my height, my interests, my career, my prospects, and they like joke about that, and that instantly gets them on the same page. But then they can start having like an adult conversation, right?
And they don't make any Mahjong metaphors.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how you know the relationship's doomed.
Yeah,
No.
I see.
The
I also
Mahjong
had an issue with this where there just like wasn't a token queer character. And like
True.
I get it, but like where come on now. It's 2026. You need one of these.
You don't have like the bitchy gay friend who shows up at the like you. I feel like with some of the dialogue with like some like one of these characters is like, oh yeah, this is totally the like bitchy gay best friend to like our protagonist.
And I made the joke about it earlier, but like seriously, when she's like, oh, like I was raising my kid and my partner wasn't there, and Ben Handsome is immediately like, oh, I guess he was, and it's like there's no, like this is maybe nitpicking, but it's like you could have said they, maybe she's gay, you don't know. It would have been, in fact, if you encounter someone and you're like, I'm interested in you, but I don't know if they're gay, you could kind of fish for an answer through this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he was. Maybe that was it. Is he was like, and is like, and if she corrects me and says she, then I'm gonna go do something else with my life. And good luck with your house.
Thanks for rescuing me from that disastrous round.
I really, oh man, I did not do great.
Oh.
I theorized that maybe the daughter at college is the queer character, but like
Sure.
he's just not in the movie really.
Mm-hmm.
For the movie to revolve around her moving out, and like that's like the crux of the everything happening. She's just such a non-character.
Let's ready up. Let's do one more of these, and
What?
then we can do like a quick Washizu.
I don't know that we got another full east-south and then another east to talk about this movie. I feel like we should just go straight to Washizu.
That sounds
You
good
know
to
what?
me.
You're right. Okay, I'll get that set up.
Cool.
How much do you think of being a full-time Mahjong teacher actually pays? I tried to do some research, but
Same
Google
here, I did
GTT
try.
wasn't helping me.
No.
I cannot imagine it's very much.
No, there are like some like I did look up like the reason I kind of landed on Detroit was like, oh, there are actually like people that have set up little Mahjong consultation style things out there.
Yeah, I can believe that you could, especially if you were retired, you could make a decent income off of tutoring people and improving their play. But that's not what she's doing.
Sure.
She's like, do you know what a pair is? Yeah.
For Washizu Mahjong, I have switched to Washizu. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you. It's very appropriate.
Oh no!
Oh baby.
My parrot.
Oh.
The era of Fen is over. Who will be the new ruler?
You're in trouble, my friend. For the audio listener, 90% of the hand is revealed.
Yeah, I have 2 hidden tiles at least.
Yeah, I have 4. It's
You'll all be able to see just how much of that was pure luck on my part.
God, man, Ronnie falling apart in Washizu Mahjong.
She's just out of metaphors.
The thing is, she gets smoked in 30 seconds. She declares her hand she keeps discarding it or fucking whatever, and Washizu pounces.
Go ahead, Kyrie, it's all yours. Wow, Khan, you open your hand for that? You're psychotic.
Yeah.
It's fun to hit the fun button.
It is fun to hit the fun button.
Sometimes it's fun to hit buttons. What can I say? That's how you know this about me.
I do. It's true.
I keep dashing in, hitting buttons, thinking it's gonna work.
I would love some non-tiles that are not betraying me.
Yeah.
I mean, you threw away 2 hidden tiles right off the bat. You're not helping yourself here.
I've only thrown away 1 hidden tile. Thank you very much.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. Oh, it looks hidden because it's next to... Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's just... The movie, it was... Here's the thing, though. I largely, disliked the movie. I didn't hate it as much as I thought. I have a lot of problems with it. It did help that, Ben Handsome is alright, he's an alright. Occasionally, getting a polite chuckle out of me. And he is, tall and handsome. It's sure. I can sorta get there.
Sure. It brought out my inner hater, if I'm being honest.
Fair.
This is, yes, I am at times a parody of myself, and so how does one play Mahjong?
Great question. We should ask Ronnie. She'll tell us that the Mahjong is...
She'll organize your tiles for you because you can't count to 9. No, yes, I was one of the first things before I got a read on the room. One of the first things I was going to ask was so what's the vibe? Because I don't want to be the lone hater here.
No,
and it sounds like I am not, which is a nice place to be.
With a Hallmark movie, it is rising to the highest of heights that those movies to me can hit is tolerable, and this is 80% of the way to tolerable, but still has lots of problems.
Yes, I it was the thing is perhaps most damning is that I had a fine time, but I will never think about this movie again. It just I wasn't it wasn't frictional enough to give me interesting thoughts on. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I really am just picking on Kyrie.
You really are feeding chat. But yeah, it's that's another thing I noticed is again, what's the target audience of this? Old, white Christian boomers. But it's I guess they don't their Hallmark's understanding. It's they don't want friction or conflict in their movies, because there's basically none of that throughout most of the movie. As you said, Six, the X seems fine. He's like not even like mean or abrasive. Like Ronnie's big problem is that she was like, oh, I take this all on myself, and it's like maybe she's the one who is the problem. You know, like that's what the movie maybe could have gone for.
Yes, this is the other thing is that I have two thoughts, and trying to say both of them at once is not working at all.
Start with the first. What's on your mind?
So my mind is discarding this Northwind.
Sure, go for it.
The first is that somehow the movie is 80 minutes long, and somehow I was still at times going like, how much longer do we have? Please free me. And this is not a problem. I love a long movie. Jean Dielman, an over 3-hour movie is like either 1 or 2, depending on the day. My favorite or second favorite movie of all time. And so this is where what I mean by I become a parody of myself is I turn into the person who's like, ugh, why is this Hallmark movie not like peak cinema? But the other thought I had was that it is so completely there is no real like thing that stands in the way of their relationship. They just like smoothly glide together, and then they're happy together, and there's the like biggest thing is, oh whoa, will she get to keep the house? And yep she does.
Right.
It's just
his problem is he's too helpful. He wants to be too involved, too quickly, which, you know, like in a relationship can be an interesting source of conflict, right? Where Ben Handsome is just trying to be like, oh, I want to try and fix this problem that he cannot, right? You know, you cannot fix other people for them. They have to like make those decisions. They have to make those changes on their own. But like, you know, I think critically the problem is that they introduce this conflict between these two people 15 minutes before the movie ends. In fact, you know, again, there's a Hallmark movie, and you can see where the commercial breaks are, even on streaming. It'll fade down for when the commercial break would have been, because it's still like an extended cable network thing. But like, you know, it's like, oh, the fade down happens 15 minutes before the movie is over, and it's like, oh yeah, no, they're going to be fine. Right? This is the type of, like, there's a book I desperately want to read that I've heard about. It's about, like, how romance and Harlequin novels are written. Like, kind of like the structure of it. And the book talks about this idea of, like, the moment in which the two objects of affection towards each other attempt to separate, right? And then they, through events, get slammed back together. It's called the moment of adhesion. And you do sort of see that moment of, you know, Ronnie yells at, like, Ben Handsome to be like, hey, I'm going to try and solve this problem on my own. Whereas he's just trying to be like, hey, there should be a way out of this. That conflict needs to happen way earlier for then the reunion to act, or the reunion, or the, as I said, the moment of adhesion to actually stick and hold together.
But they also would have needed a better idea for the problem, because otherwise it's not plausible, right? If you're like, it's like the problem you have there is, the problem is not that big, and if they were mature adults who sat on the fact that she was like, no, I'm screwed when she was screwed, and they both couldn't get over that for the length of a movie, you'd think they were children.
Exactly. I mean, they already seem like emotional.
Kind of seem like
everybody kind of acts like a, like a child, but like, you know, that's not like, you don't want to point that out in your movie.
I did write you two are bad at dating in my notes here. I think that sums up most of the movie too.
And there's not even a moment of just like, I've been married to this man for like 15 years and I've forgotten the like, for lack of a better word, the mechanics of dating, right? That could be like an interesting stumbling block for both Ronnie and Ben Hansen to deal with, right? Because they are both divorcees. They went through a messy, like, just let them have a messy breakup, right? That becomes like a moment of like, that becomes like an interesting character conflict to have, Oh, that's a good.
What a call! Fully concealed hand. I can see it. No, it's not.
You take those points away.
Yeah.
Can we briefly bring up the? So Ben, as y'all call him, Ben Handsome, Ben North, buys a Mahjong set for main character whose name I don't remember. Ronnie. And it's like the Mahjong set with the least visual clarity I've ever seen in my life. Like the
Yes.
Tiles are absurd.
the suit tiles are just like piles of pens, and they're just all mixed up. And it's like,
It's
how much of those,
beautiful.
like, 5 at a glance? I'm trying. I tried to. Well, I didn't actually try, but I want to go try to find the set online.
I was able to find one where, like, on Amazon, if you just look up Mahjong set, I didn't even go with like Yellow Mountain. Which Yellow Mountain imports, like Mahjong sets, are pretty good. I actually have like 2 or 3 of them in my house at this moment. Like they make like really good tiles and things like that. But no, there was like, I forget the exact name or whatever. But there was like these like white ladies who started a boutique line of fucking Mahjong tiles, and all of the tiles are like indecipherable with like half the things they're doing. It's like, and I kind of get it as like, oh, one of the core romantic gestures in the movie is like he says, oh, this is like, consider this an investment in our future, right? But finances never seem to bother her. I mean, yes, buying the house, getting the loan to buy the house, that bothers Ronnie. But it's not like she's in like, she has good enough credit to like get that loan. Once she got like proof of income or fucking whatever. Poverty doesn't need to be like a core conflict here, right?
Mhm.
But she already owns like 5 or 6 sets. It's like, it's like
She owned 5 or 6 sets. Why didn't she bring them to the book club?
That's like, that book club is absurd.
That book club
like,
sucks.
The club sucks, but like, the meet cute, by the way, I haven't mentioned it. I have like some notes on the fucking meet cute at the beginning of the movie, where like, presumably this woman has been using this folding card table for like.
She holds it like an insane person. She holds it like she's trying to block death rays.
It's so funny. She's holding it so that he has no choice but to help her out. That otherwise she will kill someone with that poor folding card table.
It's so insane.
And they keep trying to like set up the like, here is the dynamic between our two, romantic, partners, right? She doesn't like asking for help. It's like, okay, sure, that's not a bad place to be. But even then, it's like, it's I don't know, it's ridiculous, and it's like, it seems like she's trying to like, it looks like she is struggling holding this card table that is no greater than like, what, 15 pounds at most.
And then the principal walks up and just grabs it one-handed and walks away.
Right. It's like, this is presumably her like personal card table that she's used multiple times in her home. That's not even as good as the card table you have in your house, Six. I swear to God. You can buy a gaming like board table. We've used that for Mahjong before.
Mm-hmm.
Even has cup holders on, you know?
It does. It's true.
What's with the wine pairings of their fucking tacos? Like, they're having like this like really messy like set of tacos on these plates that are hanging precariously off of their fucking card table, drinking wine and playing Mahjong. Right?
Yeah, God only knows.
But they keep like during that opening scene while they're playing Mahjong, they keep calling like, "Oh, North," and like calling out random tiles, which is not a thing you do in Japanese Mahjong or American Mahjong or Hong Kong Mahjong. It's not a thing you ever do.
Thank you, Fen.
Oh God.
Six. I saw that you had like 2 like green dragons, and I was like, I had a concealed green.
Yeah, I knew you did.
I was like,
I knew you did.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way you don't.
Yeah.
I clicked on that and then immediately realized my mistake.
Yeah, I think the calling out the names of the tiles is like probably like a house rule for when you're eating snacks. You got up to get some snacks, and someone's like North Dragon. You're like, and you run back to the table.
Right.
That's my best guess.
There's an arc in a brief arc in Akagi. And what
the guy's blind.
Like playing, the guy's blind. But like other than that, it's like I don't know. One of the house rules whenever I would play with like the DC Mahjong Club at anime cons and stuff was whenever we would teach people, we told them, hey, if you need a second to think about a play, like hold up a finger, just be like, hey, wait a second. Same with like if you're thinking about calling someone else's tile, because it's a more casual environment there.
Yeah. And I have to issue a correction for a statement I said much earlier. Saving y'all some hate mail. I said white dragons are Joker tiles. They're not. They are used as a 0 and can be used with any suit.
Oh, that's even worse.
Somehow is worse.
Wow.
And yeah, you can spell out the news. You can spell out year. The news is fun.
I mean, I could already do that. I just don't, because that's stupid. I already know how to spell. You can't trick me.
Not gonna get you this time.
I don't think riichi Mahjong.
They're not ready for riichi Mahjong. They're not ready for a game of Mahjong where you have to build towers with your tiles to defend your hands.
You need to work on that rule set.
Yeah, it needs another update. It's a lot of work. We had a version 1, which was like, it was extremely like a licensed board game, right? It's like, yeah, this is playable. And we were like, we should do version 2 with like the towers and stuff. And it's like, wait, this is genuinely really fun.
Yeah, I think it was like we came up with. I remember floating the suggestion that like 1 tiles would be able to beat 9 tiles, and that like creates like a really fun power inversion there, and then like actually physically stacking the tiles with 3 Mahjong tiles, we should work that again. We'll have more opportunities to work on it, because our chances to hang out have gone up from once every other year. So
it's true.
I guess I don't know what riichi Mahjong is.
Yeah, no, this has kind of been a really so riichi Mahjong is just a version of Mahjong, like a completely house ruled like nonsense one-on-one version of Mahjong we created to be Dota themed.
Interesting choice that you're making, Fen, by the way.
I have so completely lost the plot.
There is a confidence to a naked weight with visible tiles. That's incredible. I like. You got it. Why did you throw it away? Are you out of your mind? Oh, you don't have a win condition. You don't have anything.
I have no yacht.
What are you doing?
I have no yacht, and I was free.
Oh my god.
Man, now listen. listen, my friend, I'm the one that's drinking this like mango hard lemonade. What is going on?
Now I'm sobbing, laughing. Oh my god. Okay, well, at least I have a hidden wait.
Washiki Mahjong, like, is a land of contrasts.
Excuse me.
You can call Con now. Yeah. Rich Sean Kyle after that. 500. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
I had a really good hand.
I'm like upset that worked.
That was one of the funniest rounds of Mahjong I've ever played.
Oh my god.
I'd like to register a complaint with your lawyer.
What the hell?
Oh gosh.
See, this is the kind of joy that this movie can't give you.
Yeah.
It's like the problem. You'll have the scenes of them. Like, honestly, I didn't even hate the scenes of them chatting around the Mahjong.
No.
Because it was like, oh, here are the actors actually able to like play off each other and be like funny and charming with each other. Like, again, shout outs to like, you know, I'm trying to pull up her name. Tamara. Tamara Maori Housley. Like she's just like decently funny. Like she's always been like kind of that way. Like she was really funny in Sister, and it's just like kind of playing into that. But like you do get a sense of like this camaraderie and inside jokes that these like four have. Like the scene in which they are like kind of like basically busting Roddy's balls about like you know trying to ask Ben Hansen out on a date, right? Is like just kind of a funny scene. Because they know how to push her buttons. So it's like, oh, this is like just a funny scene of people who like each other. And for a moment, the movie didn't feel so manufactured, right? Because I noticed there was like so many moments of the dialogue that are just, you know, totally utilitarian. As you know, you got divorced 5 years ago, and you've been really hung up on that. Like that sort of. Like shot, reverse shot, characters explaining the other character's backstory that they would know intimately, you know, because it's their backstory at them, for, you know, the sake of the audience, catch up as to, like, what's with these characters, what's with their lives, but it's just, like, it takes a really skilled writer to make that type of thing not sound so awkward all the time, but, you know, I don't think this movie quite gets there. But again, the Mahjong scene of them joking and having fun, that did.
Yes, at the very least, I can believe that they are friends and have fun together.
Yeah. And like American Mahjong is a very like middle-aged lady sport game, whatever.
Sure, it's an
experience
now. Yeah.
It's an e-sport.
The E stands for estrogen. Thank you for the polite chuckle. Frankly, like, oh god damn it!
I did it.
It was a sumo. You didn't deal him, Kyrie. It's fine.
I thought I did.
Yeah, we've got another cycle left here. We're still on East 4, but I think we're pretty well untapped on what we've got to say about this particular movie. It has
I was gonna say, like, I got one thing we can add here that I'd like everyone to answer, despite putting everyone on the spot.
Sure.
So her program ends up being what's the name? The Marvelous Mrs. Maj, which I thought was a horrible name, but like, what is your mahjong business named?
Boy, that's tough. Like the problem is like what are we in the same business, consulting, teaching games, things like that?
Yes. I think for this exercise we need to be.
Okay.
And this is just it's a horrible spot to be.
Right.
everyone's gonna do better than Marvelous Mrs. Maj, and I know that for a fact.
Maj is just such a bad.
Marvelous Mr. Maj.
Well, there was Ronnie's Tile Time. Get your Mahjong. And then it was. Oh God, where'd it go? I forgot. We just said it. Oh, the Marvelous Mrs. Maj. With the names levied. And I'm like, none of these are good. I kind of like Ronnie's Tile Time. I don't know.
Ronnie, yeah, that's okay. The problem is, like, you would, the first temptation is like, oh, how do I incorporate my name into this? But then at that point, it's like, oh, it becomes, I always have to do it. Right? It's like, I don't want that type of expectation. I just want to be able to show up and start a, like Mahjong parlor.
Yeah.
Sure.
That said, I would go with Blessing of Fen.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah. I think there's something I can work with Fury 10 in Flannel.
Oh, sure.
Staying out of Flannelton? No,
We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll start our Mahjong business after the podcast. You're right.
Well, it's like, okay, well, the acts of, like, Mahjong making them, or, like, I don't know, I would just call, like, my Mahjong, like, I would want to build it, right? And I feel like, I don't know, I want to incorporate, like, breaking the wall, right? Like, the idea being, if it's like a Mahjong school, it's like, oh, breaking the wall, it's like the idea of breaking down, like, the barrier you've had of learning this game. Because you do have to break the wall after you roll the die, right? And it's like, it's like, okay, I want to, like, set up this idea of, like, oh, you come in, you break through this barrier that you had, and then it would work in the metaphor of the movie, but that's not here or there. I'm trying to make a damn business.
They would have to talk about Mahjong in the movie for that to work.
Exactly. Although, like, Kyrie's breaking the wall does sound like I'm making a weird, like, fucking Pink Floyd, like, tribute album.
I would go to that school though.
Yeah.
Did I just deal in? I was not looking.
You really did.
I had some hidden tiles. You could have possibly. I'm gonna say you could have been tricked. It's not impossible. Yeah. You know what? That's Six's trick. That would be mine, and I would get zero business. No one would know what the fuck I was about, but they would know they didn't want to find out. Guy would be like, damn, I guess, maybe I can translate this school nurse stuff into being a vet.
Yeah.
Kids are like pets that talk back.
This is the actual thing, is that I would, if this would never be my dream, because interacting with people is far too stressful, and I would cry at my first lesson and never get another person.
Honestly, being a Mahjong consultant, that's an expendable resource. What I mean is that within a, like, great that Ronnie gets the, like, she gets the loan at the end of the movie, but it's like, I don't know, like, eventually you are going to, in theory, you're gonna run out of people to teach, because then at that point, if you are able to pivot to, be like, oh yeah, now I run. At the end of the movie, they're like, oh, you can rent out this space to run tournaments and things like that. It's like, okay, that's at least like a bit of, like, growth I can have happen, but eventually, everyone in your community who is interested in learning Mahjong will learn the game. Right.
I mean, Ben said it's just infinite growth potential. Ben said his business is just going to go up and up and up.
And his name is Ben North.
His name is Ben North. Business go up.
But I wrote in my notes here, like, independently teaching Mahjong is a self-defeating career because your students by design are short-term customers and also become cheaper competition.
Right, because they eventually teach their friends how to play Mahjong.
Yeah. And I think go ahead.
Part of the fun of, like, learning a game like Mahjong is being able to, teach your friends and family, like, how to play. But that's just going to eventually proliferate throughout your community. But if you could rent a actual building, and if you then she's gonna have to buy some like mechanical tables at some point, and really to keep people coming in, she's gonna have to learn more than American Mahjong. I'll tell you that much.
I was gonna say, I think you could make a comfy business off of like tutoring riichi Mahjong, because there's enough depth there to like actually need to keep coming back to a master. What I've heard about American Mahjong is that it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it seems blisteringly straightforward.
Okay, this is my new answer is I wouldn't go broke because I would just have my teaching as a front so that I could run underground gambling for Mahjong.
There we fucking go.
There we go.
That's where we found the Akagi like plot line right there. Right?
There we go. This is we're all jumping in this career path right now.
Yeah. Like jumping in front of a truck. It isekai into a Mahjong world.
I tried to play some arcade Mahjong games the other day.
Which
It's hard. It might have been Super Real, I think. Yeah, Super Real Mahjong.
Are they also on PC 98, or am I miss?
I believe they are. They're on PCFX. I played the arcade version because Catherine has a Mahjong controller.
The one that has all the buttons.
Yeah, like A through N on it or whatever.
I want to get one. Did she make it herself, or did she like buy one?
She had a friend make it.
Oh, okay. And like, touch with this friend, I would love to have one.
I could do that.
Yeah.
But it was so like, because you have like 5-second countdown every tile to either call or draw your tile, and like it was just stressful. It does not tell you when you're anywhere near reach. It's just hey, good luck.
Hey, good luck. Don't fuck up.
Yep.
Even like if you go on the Internet Archive, there's actually like a big like depository of nothing but arcade Mahjong games, including like the small cottage industry of like strip Mahjong games or whatever that like propped up the arcade industry in like the fucking late 80s before Street Fighter happened. God, I think I've mentioned this article before, but there's like a really incredible article either on Wired or something of like the history of like sexy Mahjong games and like how that just kept arcades alive, and multiple people from Capcom like worked on those games until they made Street Fighter 2.
Yes, I have also read that article and don't remember where it was, but it is great.
Yeah, I read it as well. I was just getting into strip Mahjong games at the time, so I'm like, oh, this is great. I can read this.
Yeah. Archive.org, they just have most of them, and they should be decently. Like I tried playing some of them with just like my normal ass keyboard, because you can assign it on some level to like the 6. What arcade Mahjong controller kind of looks like.
Yeah.
Just like each letter is just each letter, so you can kind of sort of make it work with each individual like thing.
Yeah, it's very fast-paced. It's scary. It's fun. And I think I want to play more of that, but I definitely would want a controller that works with it, just because just having the letters in front of you instead of having to like figure out like, oh, the letter B was actually the letter H.
Yeah.
But I will find out.
Why did I throw that away?
Oh no!
Damn it. Okay, it's fine. Let's see, I was bluffing. I'm all tricked. You're all tricked now. You've all been deceived because you can't see my tiles. You see that that's obviously a good tile.
Yeah, my friend. I don't know what happened there.
I just tile go burr.
Sometimes like at a certain point, like you've been playing Mahjong enough, and you just get like, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go for like pawns every single time. Fuck it.
I end up conflating like if I'm not thinking, I end up conflating rounds. Where it's like last round I was just throwing out every circle tile I could get. So I'm like, all right, and this shit.
Yes. This
I've attended one real tile this hand that I'm upset.
I was playing in a Mahjong tournament with a bunch of college students a couple of years ago at this rate, and I didn't have work the next day, but the game was already kind of going late, and I was
it was all last, and I managed to extend that game by like 5 or 6 hands, and like the students were like, we need to go home." I was like, "I'm sorry, play will continue." I kind of became a monster for a moment. I did eventually lose because I had a huge fucking mountain to climb, but you know, it was kind of funny. I showed up at like a previous week. It was the first time I showed up and won. I made the president of the Mahjong Club very mad about like one of my plays that worked out.
Before we wrap up, although I guess we still have at least 2 more hands.
We're getting very close.
I will lose all of my points this round because someone will. I will make another terrible play. I would just like to recommend, if you liked the Mahjong in this movie, watch The Mood for Love, a movie that Mahjong features as or more heavily in, and is an all-timer.
What kind of... I have not heard of this movie.
In The Mood for Love is a Wong Kar-wai movie about a couple in Hong Kong who get together because their partners are cheating with each other. And they have to deal with the fact that the people that they are married to are cheating on them, and have to decide kind of like what do they do about that, and what do they do with their feelings, both for each other and about their partners cheating on them. It is an all-timer.
It sounds like a,
Thank you, Sis.
Sure. No, anytime. Just I'd like to serve. Okay, you know what? You can have it. What was I worried about? What is this shit? I was like, haha, I won 50 cents. Like, okay.
Okay. What are we doing?
Well, we roped you into this thing. You should both give the full plug zone, the full breakdown for the folks. Tell them where to find you. Tell them where to find your work. Fan, you start off. Because you started off the first guest to be intro. So.
You, dear listener, should be listening to Fate Moon Archive, a podcast about waiting through 20 years of Type Moon, or, as we are right now, NTRing 20 years of Type Moon, because Fate Prototype is not very good.
Is that the newer movie
or
show?
No, sorry. Fate Prototype Fragments of Sky Silver, which is a prequel to the 15-minute OVA Fate Prototype, which adapts snippets of the entirety of what Fate Prototype would have been, was it real? And so it's a prequel to a thing that doesn't exist. And unfortunately, it is bad. And so alongside that, we are covering... one sec. What am I discarding? Yes. Okay. Alongside that, we are covering White Album 2, a game that is, if you liked it In the Mood for Love, you should read White Album 2. A game about... Yes, both White Album games are about cheating in various forms, and we're in the middle of the like second chapter of that right now, and it has been a real mixed bag, but there are some incredible highs in that game, and I'm very excited to get to more of it. But generally, Fate Moon Archive is, we're covering all of Type Moon's output. We're in 2013, I think.
Okay.
Chronologically, we're making progress.
And where can people support that? Support that financially?
You should back us on Patreon. I think moonarchive.art/money? Moonarchive.art/cash?
That is
one sec.
We'll find out. Incredible fucking use of like URL there.
Yes. Okay, yes, it is /cash. And we post like anime episodes. We watch anime occasionally, and and then there's something really funny coming at the end of this year. So you should stick around for that. That is both a funny thing that we are covering, and the way that we're covering it is really funny. Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to be taking multiple multi-hour, drives across the East Coast in the imminent future. Maybe I will be able to go through my podcast backlog at some level.
Yes. I should have said I'm doing all of this with my partner Ben, and we've been doing it for
Ben
5 years.
Ben Handsome.
Yes. Spelled differently, but she is very kind and nice, and we have a lot of fun.
That's great. FlannelKat, you were on like Novel Not New recently, but you please take the opportunity to plug everything that you do, because you do a lot.
I will always take the opportunity to plug whatever I need to. Hello, I'm FlannelKat. I play video games. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. I'm working on a podcast that we'll talk about, in the near future. But that's on the horizon, and we'll talk about that eventually. But right now, primarily I am a streamer. I stream on Twitch. It is my full-time thing. I do it Monday through Friday, and I usually go between 10 and 5 p.m. I cut stays short so I could watch a movie about Mahjong. But you can find me at twitch.tv/FlannelKat. You can find me at flannel.live. I like flannel.live. It's a really fun URL.
It is a concise, really cute, like URL. It's memorable. It's really good.
Yeah. And like I use the speedrun. You can still catch me on the Magfest stage every now and then running stuff. But like I don't really speedrun. I don't really call myself a speedrunner. I have done it in the past. I have something ready for next Magfest. But other than that, like it's all good. So I just kind of play video games on my stream, long plays of stuff. I've been doing all routes of Contra Hardcore 1cc lately. That's been a lot of fun. It's kind of whatever I feel like.
I got to watch you play, what was it, Time Gal and Ninja Hayate, yes, at MagFest earlier this year. That was a delight. Like that was like so fun.
Some of my favorite things in the world. It's not even a speedrun, but they let me run at the speedrun marathon. I've done Dragon's Lair 1 and 2. Go ahead.
You were the warm up to like Rebecca Sugar,
yes,
showing up on stage, which was really funny because the room got very crowded.
Oh yes, standing room only for Ninja Hayate and Time Gal. And okay, so I mean I kind of earned that a little bit, not to toot a horn here, but like I submitted my runs and I'm like, oh, it's like a Saturday morning cartoon block, and MagFest staff reached out to me and like, hey, we want to make this a real block. Is that cool? Like, this is a great idea. And like, that's when they accepted the Rebecca Sugar stuff. Rebecca Sugar was really excited about a Saturday morning cartoon block, and like, I felt like I did something, and I'm very cool.
No, and honestly, even before like news of that like spread to the convention, like the room was still decently packed, and you were just like really fun to watch on stage, and just like really energetic, and like the performance was like really fun. I was so glad I got to see that. Like
I'm glad you were there. Thanks everything. That means a lot to me. Thank you. The struggle of a creator, though.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Anyway, go follow me on Twitch, or I will cry. That's the last line
Don't
I
make
got.
Cat cry. Come on, people. Don't do that. Yeah, I don't think this is like a Patreon thing.
No.
So do we? I guess you can go ahead and start.
Sure, why not? So you can find me on bsky6.scanlinemedia.com, and all my work is on scanlinemedia.com or patreon.com/scanlinemedia. I do thousands of podcasts, genuinely.
Yeah, that's not an exaggeration.
I don't know how you all do it. It is deeply impressive.
Real talk. Part of it is that we do we trade off a lot of editing duties and things like that, and that's been helpful in the past couple of years. Kind of help with that sort of thing, and also we just kind of have a routine, kind of set that allows us to kind of get this stuff going. But
yes, I guess you also don't record 6 or 7 hour podcasts.
Not usually, and sometimes not when it gets there, but
Hedge time has inadvertently kind of become sometimes 5-star runs on that one. We're trying, but I'm really proud of the show that we do over there.
Mm-hmm. Where can people find you, Kyrie, and this show you're so proud of?
Well, you can find me on Blue Sky, Kyrie.scanlinemedia.com. And the show is, Sunday Hedge Time. You're gonna find that and a bunch of other stuff on scanlinemedia.com. If you want to support us financially, you can, support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Scanline Media. We put out a lot of stuff, I'm really happy that we are in a position in which we can put out stuff on the site for just people to listen to. But we have a lot of exclusive stuff that I think is really fun and entertaining. Specials and things like that. But not a requirement. But if you also want to give Scanline Media feedback, or honestly just talk about the shows we do or whatever, go to Scanline Media Discord. We have some fun there. We have a long ass Pokedoku thread that just has been going on for months now at this rate.
Mm-hmm.
And that Discord is free to join. That'll never be locked behind a paywall or anything. So come say hi.
We talked long enough that Fen won the whole game.
Yeah. There with my. I saw 2 East tiles across the table. I had 2 East tiles in my hand. I'm I'm never getting
we were both. I knew you did. We were just staring each other down. And meanwhile, Fen's like, I'm in!
I'm I need to flex to a better weight, so I grabbed a 2 of Sue, and then I pulled a 2 of Sue. All right, let's go.
Mahjong's about adaptability. It's about getting rid of your ex, who wasn't even all that bad, but also probably we don't know the whole picture. But the movie is not very good, and that's about it.
So now we
in closing, I don't need heaven's blessing.
Damn.
Ritualistically, we cancel our Hallmark Plus subscription now together.
Yes.
Yep.
Where do I?
Okay. Hallmark.
Now?
Let's see. Yep. Let's see. Hallmark Plus.
Hallmark Plus is experiencing technical difficulties.
Well,
They anticipated us. They were ready.
They tried to cut us off at the pass, huh? Boy, I guess we'll have to do that off air. But thank you everyone for joining us.
Thank
you for having me. I had a great time.
Yes. This was great fun. I have not played Mahjong in a bit, and it was delightful to play while also talking with wonderful people.
I agree.
Oh, my cancellation has been processed.
Okay. I got into my account. I'm looking for canceling. Here it is. Cancel subscription. Cancel.
Okay.
I'm free.
All right. And we are
processed your cancellation.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. I think I also did this. I think I hit the right button.